Our panelist, Peter Earle, joins us with the American Institute for Economic Research, and John Tabacco is back with us, host of Wise Guys on Newsmax. Peter, start us off here. Thoughts about a national housing emergency? Is the U.S. really at that point?
Well, it's emergencies as far as the eye can see these days.
Yeah.
No, I mean, so the thing is that announcing an emergency is one thing, but I mean, what really needs to happen is we need to remove regulation. We need to remove all the fetters that are putting these issues in place in the housing market. These are not market failures, and it ranges from Federal Reserve-driven inflation, zoning restrictions, permitting delays, rent controls, all that. More intervention is only going to kick the can down the road. So what we need is more market forces in the housing market. And, the rest of the solution basically lies upon, ending monetary manipulation that pushes prices up in the first place.
Well, let's move to gold if I can, John Tabacco, on this one. Gold prices scaling the $3,500 per ounce level to hit a record high. So that's big. This comes as there are expectations that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rates this month. There's a lot of chatter about gold hitting this record high and what that really means. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I would say in my career, I've been mostly a contrarian in the market, so I don't like to buy things when they're at their all-time high. You know what I mean? They're typically, what goes up must come down. But gold is a stable, and over the long term, it is an appreciative asset. I would just say, I wish more people would educate themselves on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, maybe get a little bit of that in their portfolio, because if you got a Krugerrand in your suit pocket like Robert Menendez, you want to go to Starbucks, you can't shave off $6 worth, but you can whip out your phone and buy a coffee with some Bitcoin. So maybe, kind of come up with a mix that's good for you, but gold isn't really usable. It's appreciative, but it's not really usable.
All right, point taken.
So no gold shavings in the pocket.
Diversify those investments. All right, let's move on to this. Maybe we've got some tennis fans who are tuning in. Of course, you'd know that the U.S. Open is well underway right now, and it's a big moneymaker. The tournament makes up roughly 90% of the U.S. Tennis Association's yearly revenue. It had an operating profit of about $277.4 million in 2024. Also, it's being reported that it makes New York City $1.2 billion in just 3 weeks. That's a lot of money. Reports are that it's more than what the Yankees and Mets of MLB bring into the city combined. Peter, your thoughts on this major economic boost?
Yeah, I mean, the U.S. Open brings in tens of thousands of high-spending visitors, everything from hotels, restaurants, and taxis, while it also, generates broadcast revenues. And, this overlaps with college football, which is America's second most watched sport, and that's going to mobilize lots of economies around the country. So, I mean, all of that direct and indirect spending is a cultural and economic juggernaut, and for that reason, this is a great start to the fall, to the economy in the fall. It's like all these sports starting up, plus the NFL.
Yeah, watching Novak Djokovic over the weekend, I mean, it really is just some exciting play. I mean, he's such a standout. And if you really want to go to one of the matches, unreal, by the way. The ticket prices, I mean, for just a decent seat, you could pay thousands of dollars, or you will pay thousands of dollars. Opening bell, I just wanted to get your quick thoughts, John, here, where the Dow's opened up here down about 540 points, the NASDAQ down almost 2%. What do you predict is happening here?
Well, look, I would say to everyone at home, namaste, stay calm. Yeah. There's a lot of noise. Stay focused on the signal. Mr. Market doesn't like uncertainty. So these woke judges, they keep yanking and pulling on Trump's tariffs, and the market's like, what the heck is going on? For those of you at home, invested for the long term, for your family, your kids, 10-year intervals, stay calm. Don't worry about it. Take another day off. Don't even look at your portfolio. By Friday, it'll probably be fine.
Don't be a panicking.
Yeah,
That's
don't
what
panic.
We've heard. That's what we've heard from the Trump administration. All right, gentlemen, Peter Earle, John Tabacco, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.